Hi, this is Ms. Carpenter, and today I'm going to provide you some information that I think will be beneficial to you as the parent for looking at your scholar's progress on Moby Max over the course of these next few weeks. I know that this is a very difficult time that we're going through with COVID-19, and I just want to let you know that we as educators really do care about you and your scholar during this time. And although we may not be physically at work with your scholar, we are here to support you 100%. So I just want to show you how I can provide that support to you with this video and how you can provide support to your scholar by monitoring their work. So what you're going to do first is type in your URL, mobymax.com. It will take you to a screen that looks like this. Okay? And then you would just click sign in. All right? I'm not going to do that because that's going to take me to a screen that I do not want to go to right now. So I'm going to take you to this one. Once you hit that screen, it's going to give you an option to find your school. So it'll tell you, let's find your school first before signing in. Okay? So I'm going to type in Grand Center Arts Academy, and that should pop up here. And then I'm going to click Find. Okay? I would recommend using this as opposed to going back to a few emails that I sent to you a while ago searching for the school code for Moby Max. All you have to do is type in Grand Center Arts Academy. The school will pop up and you click on it. Okay? Then it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. So you'll have the option to sign in as a student, as a teacher, or as a parent. So I'm going to take you to the screen where it says as a parent. If you notice, it's asking you to enter your child's username and your child's password. That's the only way that you'll be able to access your scholar's information through Moby Max. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use a student, a sample student. So I typed in the first and last name, and I left a space in between. Everything is lowercase, okay? So you would do the same with your scholar's information. You would type in their first and last name, lowercase, with a space provided in between. The password is going to be your scholar's lunch pin. So you have two options. You can either A, ask your scholar for their lunch pin, or B, email Miss Carpenter, which is myself, and I will send you your scholar's lunch pin information. If they are refusing to give it to you or for some reason they don't remember, you know how scholars can be sometimes, you can contact me and I will provide you that information. Okay? Also, I just want to make this disclaimer that the child's username is case sensitive, so there may be an issue when signing in with the space. Most scholars' information will work with the space, but sometimes it won't. So what you would do if you're having trouble is delete the space and then try to sign in that way. But most of you will still be able to sign in with the space, okay? If you cannot sign it with the space and you know for sure you have the correct lunch pin, eliminate the space and then try again, and it should work for your scholar. Also double check up here in the right corner that you have the right school. It should say Grand Center Arts Academy. You should not have another school within the district listed here, or you definitely won't be able to sign in. In order for it to work, it has to be our school, Grand Center Arts Academy, okay? Once you've put in your child's first and last name, with or without the space, it's case sensitive, and your child's their username and their lunch pin, then you'll click sign in. Okay, once you click sign in, it's going to take you to an overview. So this is telling me the time that this scholar has spent in the last 30 days on Moby Max. Well, Ms. Carpenter logged in as this scholar before shooting this video, just so I could see how things would be navigated from your perspective. So that's why it says 1 minute in this session for science. So you as the parent will be able to evaluate the amount of time your scholar is spending on Moby Max in a particular subject area. That's for science. You can look at math as well, although the bulk of their math will not be done on Moby Max. It will be done on Khan Academy. You can even look at Com Arts, that's English, and social studies. So just for clarification, the three subjects you're going to look at for your scholar on Moby Max are science, social studies, and English. Math is through Khan Academy. You can contact Elizabeth Reeder for more information about login and possibly monitoring your scholar's progression through Khan Academy. But right now, what I'm going to show you is for Moby Max in any subject area, but particularly science. So you can evaluate the time your scholar has spent in science. You can even look at the grade level progression over the past few months since they've done Moby Max at school. Okay, now I'm going to click on science. So let me show you how I did that again. I was at overview. Now I'm going to go specifically to science. Okay, when you click this drop down, it gives you an option of other subjects to go to also. So there is social studies right there. Here's language, spelling, vocabulary, reading skills, information. But mostly they're probably going to go to language and social studies. Now, once they're done with their work, if you would like them to go to other outlets for extra practice, you will have the option to choose which one of these you would want your scholar to go to. So you could tell them, okay, I think that you should spend time with, let's say, a spelling list. So on their screen, I'll show you what that looks like in a few moments. You can have them click on spelling list and do work on there. Okay, that's optional. That's not something that will be assigned to them from me, but it could be assigned by other teachers. You'll know that by looking at their assignment screen. And I'll show you that in just a few minutes as well. So these things on here, aside from their three core subjects that they need to be focusing on, are additional. So I'm going to click off this and I'm going to look at the science overview. So it's telling me the overall statistics, their learning velocity, so their learning speed. It's going to tell me that, as well as their current grade level. So this is a seventh grade scholar that I'm using an example for. She is on a seventh grade level. That's good. So if you're looking at your scholar's overall statistics and it says grade 5, grade 4, grade 3, grade 2, then there's a problem. That means they need to go back and possibly do some more science training, which is not going to be assigned to them. The lessons that I'm assigning them are on a seventh grade level. So they may need to go to the science portal and just do some practice whenever they have free time. But your scholars should at least be at a seventh grade level. If they're above that, great. That's even better. Okay. Down here it says last sessions. So it's going to tell you the date that the scholar was on the session and the amount of time spent on the session and the amount of problems done. So as you can see, this is pretty accurate because Ms. Carpenter, myself, I logged on and I told you that I didn't do anything on this scholar session. I just wanted to see it from your point of view, your perspective, so that I could record this video. And it says Wednesday, April the 1st, which is today. I spent 0 time on this lesson. Focus, there's no percentage because I didn't do anything. Problems done, 0. Okay. So the 1 minute that was recorded on the previous screen, that was just for me logging in. So you'll be able to see pretty clearly if your scholar is doing the work. You'll be able to see how many problems they were able to get through in a time frame and in a day's sitting. And you'll be able to talk with them specifically about their work from looking at this information. So you'll be able to talk with them and say, hey, I noticed that you were only on for about 15 minutes. You got 5 problems done. it says that your focus percentage was 50%. We need to have a talk about your focus and getting more problems done for tomorrow's school day session. And that's just a way that you can navigate that conversation with your scholars so that they're aware that you can see when they are not doing their work. Right here it says lesson topics done in the last 30 days. These are two that I've recently assigned. So you should be able to see this in your scholars lineup as well when you log in as a parent. This says chemical changes and science and society. Notice it says in progress because I clicked on it previously, but the scholar has not done anything. That's why there is not a score available. This is also very helpful for parents to look at here also because you can see when they're done with an assignment or with a lesson what their overall percentage is. So say they got through with a lesson and you notice it took them 15 minutes. They only stayed on it for 15 minutes, but they got a 65%. That means they probably weren't taking notes or they were rushing through the content. So you can advise your scholar to go back in and email me and I will reassign them that same topic so that they can boost their score and get at least a 70% or above. And that information will be available to you here. So you wouldn't even have to email me regarding what their potential score would be or what their score is, because you'll be able to see it and access it right here. And if you want them to retake that or you notice they were struggling with a concept, you can just shoot me an email and say, Ms. Carpenter, can you reassign chemical changes for this student? And I'll go ahead and go in and look for your scholar's name and reassign it. This also tells you the upcoming lessons. So what the scholar has not completed that has been assigned. Okay, so that's very helpful also so that you can see, in the past 2 weeks that you've been assigned work, you have not finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the lessons that have been assigned to you. So we need to sit down and break this up, maybe 2, 4, 6, and then the last one throughout this week. And if you need more time, because I know that may exceed the amount of time that it takes for them to submit it by the due date, just shoot me an email, and of course I'll give them more time to complete their assignments. Then once they're done with them, it'll give you a weekly average of the skills done. And the data is not available yet down here because this scholar has not completed the assignments yet. Okay? It even gives you standards passed each month. So from here on out, as long as we're doing the online virtual learning, you'll be able to see how your scholar is progressing each month and your overall grade level progress. So if they're on a 7th grade level, or if they are below that, you will be able to see that data here in this box. It even shows you grade level increase per month. So from probably March till now, or till the end of the month, you should be able to see an incline for grade level increase per month. If you don't see that data increasing, it seems to be going down or they're at a steady pace, you may want to encourage your scholar to log into science and do some extra activities. Or you can get me to reopen some assignments so that they can have an opportunity to score higher and do better on previous assignments. Okay? So hopefully this was helpful from the parents' perspective. And I'm also going to show parents along with scholars from a student perspective what it's going to look like. Because I want you to see as a student the work that you need to complete so that you can be responsible for that as well. Okay, let's see if I can do it on here.